So for this video, I want to go over some of the parts that I use personally for my kayak trolling motor, what they do, and give you a brief overview. I'm not an expert on this subject, but I wanted to show you. So this is a Hobie kayak plug that mounts into my Hobie hole, and now you can research more about that on YouTube. They have more channels about how this fits in the Hobie hole on your kayak. They make other mounts for specific types of kayaks, but this just happens to be the one I have right now, the one I bought and purchased. This mount fits in a Hobie Outback. This water snake, it's called a water snake trolling motor. It's an electric trolling motor. You will need to register it, so it is complicated to register. I'm going to tell you that much. The city does require that you have what's called a title, and most kayaks don't come with a title. So if you buy a used kayak, it's going to be very hard to register. You'd have to go to your dealer and somehow get a registration title to register it, because any boat in Florida with an electric motor needs to be registered, just to let you know. So this thing hooks up to the battery. So if you don't have, this is like a voltage meter, I was told. I'm not sure much about it. I haven't really used it yet because I have to register my kayak still. But when you don't use a device like this, it's like a voltage regulator, I was told. And what it does is, when you don't have one of these, your battery runs at full speed pretty much, and it burns through a lot more electricity than when you have this meter. And I have to read about it more, but it controls the amount of basically juice from the battery. When you're using a low speed, I was told this, when you're using a low speed or high speed without this device, you're always in high speed, and it's wearing your battery down a lot faster. So that's about $100, I want to say, on Amazon. And then you'd have to buy the specific connectors for your battery, which I was lucky, and the guy already had this when I bought it and is already set up. But this is the battery that I use, and I'm telling you the reason I use this one is the LiPo 4 battery. If you pick up a regular size battery, you can use just about any type of battery for a kayak battery, but this thing is hardly weighs anything. I mean, you pick this up, it's lightweight, something you want to put in a kayak. The regular batteries are super heavy, and you don't want to tote those around. So you notice something different on the top of this battery, and what it is a fuse. So the original owner of this battery installed a fuse, and I think that's required when you go to register it. It's a 50 amp fuse, and don't ask me how he installed this. It looks like a little sticky tape there, and then he just wired it on there somehow, and then he put the correct plugs on and everything that I need. So it's a pretty cool battery, but they do run you about $300 to $400 depending on where you get it from, where you're able to find it from. But so that is a downside. The price of these batteries is very expensive. It is not cheap. And so I'm going to go over this one more thing with you real quick here. And I appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. We don't have that many subscribers, and we're trying to grow our YouTube channel, so any subscribers help. We do appreciate it. We do more content on kayaks and various other videos. So this is the waterproof box that you put the battery in, and as you can see, it has the charger for the battery in there, and then it has all kinds of wires in here. So you ask, what are these wires, and I'll go over that in a minute here. But this is the inside of the box you're going to put the battery in, so it doesn't get water on it, and you don't have to worry about the waves splashing over or anything like that. So you do have a nice thing about this box. It does have USB outlets, and that's what all the wiring was in the inside. So you can plug in your phone and charge your phone there. And then we have a regular cigarette style lighter. Not sure what you can plug into that. Pretty much whatever goes to a cigarette lighter, fish finder, or whatever. And so this is a pretty cool. And then you have your on and off switches over here. So you have a lot of options with this box over here. I'm trying to see what else it has on the side, but that is the battery plug. I'm not sure what all the buttons are. Like I said, I haven't exactly took it out in the water yet, but you have another plug over here with an on and off switch. So this is quite an extensive box, and I think the brand is Pure Outdoor. I'm not sure where the original owner got this one, maybe on Amazon, I don't know. that and check if you're interested in buying that. But I know you can, I think these are called voltage regulators, but I think you could buy those on Amazon as well. The water snake will run you about, you could get them for used for, you know, $100 or so. And then you can buy the plug. Usually your Hobie comes with this plug, and then they somehow rigged it, and I'll kind of go over it with you, but they somehow rigged, they drilled a hole through the plug, and then I don't know how it's set in there. So you ask, what is this little silly thing that that this guy put in here? And it is kind of silly, but this thing that he installed in here, actually, when the blade on the motor, the propeller, it hits, you can push up and down on this thing. So when it hits, when you take it out of the propeller out, sometimes the propeller is like this, and it won't come out of the Hobie hole. So this guy went like this, and he said, I'm going to design this little thing, and it pushes that so it's always straight, because when you take this thing out of your kayak, you cannot see if it is straight or not. So the reason that guy did that is so you can pull it out of your kayak without hitting the propeller when you're taking it out of the boat, because they will get stuck. The propeller will get stuck when you're pulling it out. So that's the only purpose. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know how he sealed it. It'll probably leak. So I probably wouldn't suggest this, but this is what the guy did. I didn't do this, but I don't know if I suggest it or not, because this thing you don't want filling up with water, and I don't know if it fills up with water because I haven't tested it. I'm not going to be using this particular plug because I don't have a Hobie Outback anymore. I'm switching boats anyways. So there's my setup. Thank you for watching, and please look at my other videos. I have many kayaking videos, eddy line videos, Hobie videos, and other videos to watch, so check them out. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it.